Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the San Diego versus San Francisco college basketball matchup on Thursday, January 11th, 2024. Of course, if you like all the free picks we do at Pick Dawgz every day, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use that discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. These are meant for people who make big bets. If that's you, go ahead and text that number that you see on the screen. They're not available on the website. You got to text that number. But let's get to this one. San Diego taking on San Francisco. San Diego 10-7 on the season. San Francisco 12-4. And both these teams, of course, West Coast Conference play. This has been a three-bid conference for the NCAA tournament in recent years. 2 to 3 bids, depending on how it all shakes out. But it's been Gonzaga, primarily Gonzaga, St. Mary's, and BYU, but San Francisco also got in a couple of years ago as well. They had been knocking on the door for quite some time. Then they lost their head coach, and now they're kind of rebuilding this program, looking pretty decently once again, and then in other spots, well, they stumble. And the thing about these West Coast Conference teams that we know, the committee's not going to allow those stumbles because you have a lot of big conference teams out there that are going to take up a lot of spots. Then from these kind of other conferences, even though the West Coast Conference is a conference where they generally get a couple of bids, you have the Mountain West, which is extremely strong this season as well, and they're going to get a bunch of bids. So you have several other conferences. The A10, generally pretty tough. So the Big East is a monster this season. But anyways, but the Big East is not really another conference. They're a major conference when it comes to college basketball. So anyways, we look at San Francisco here. They've reeled off 4 consecutive wins. They opened in their West Coast Conference opener against Pacific, winning by just 4 points at Pacific in a game that they were favored by 19.5. We saw them up against Mountain West team in Utah State. They lost by a point in that game, but they were getting 3.5. They lost against Arizona State, won at Vanderbilt, but not much to say about that. I think the win at Minnesota was win against Minnesota a lot better than most people think. I think the Gophers are actually one of the more improved teams. When we look at San Diego, the Toreros, played against Utah State as well, got absolutely thumped. Played against Stanford, got thumped. Played against Fresno State, lost by 4 in a game they were favored by 1. And then they opened their West Coast Conference against St. Mary's, and in that one they were getting 14 points in a game that they lost by 11. Really, this one just comes down to, can San Diego, hang with the Dons in this one, because we know the San Francisco offense is prolific, 18th best offense in the nation, shooting at 49.5%, shooting at from beyond the arc at 35.9%, and while we have a San Diego team that ranks in the low 200s in most defensive categories. Of course, San Francisco also shut down on defense. One of the best at guarding the perimeter, team shooting less than 29% against them. One of the best from defending shots from the floor. I just think the Dons are too much in this one. I think San Diego's been fighting the good fight in a lot of these games, but to be honest, they're even going to get pounded on the boards in this game. I like San Francisco all the way, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.